All right, backseaters, welcome back to Live on Patrol. You're with Undersheriff Mike Martin, and it's Mondays with Mike. And we are in St. Paul, just leaving the law enforcement center and headed northbound here.
928.
I'm trying to look here. It looks like I'm shaking. My picture's shaking a little bit. I was on kind of a bouncy road there, but welcome back to the back seat. You're in my 2022 Chevy Tahoe Patrol Pursuit rated, but unmarked black Tahoe, and you are riding in the comfortable back seat. And we are in the city of St. Paul in the great state of Minnesota. And
Go for 5
I'm Mike Martin. I'm an undersheriff with the Ramsey County Sheriff's Office.
Is the clothing next to the squad, your squad, is that a victim?
And
Yes, it is. I'll be in route here in a minute.
we are fortunate enough to be honored to serve the citizens of Ramsey County. We're the capital city of Minnesota is St. Paul, and which is in Ramsey County, and we also have 7 contract cities as well as suburban agencies that have their own police departments. And hopefully we just want to educate you a little bit about what we do and take you along, so you are just like me gonna find out what happens today as it happens. I want to say thank you to Rose for stopping by today. You just happened to luck out at the right time, and we got to meet Rose. She got to meet the sheriff and me and Darren McDonald and Kyle, and so thank you for stopping by. We are going to start our day out on a little field trip here, unless we get interrupted. We're going to drive up into our northern suburbs and contract cities. Well, we might have to stop this car first. That was flying. Not that one. And not this one. The one that's going to go over into the left lane. And we are going to see what's going on here with these young men. Who accelerated unnecessarily and changed lanes without properly signaling. And we'll see what's up. Maybe they're in a hurry. The driver is valid. Doesn't appear that the not the driver, the registered owner. So we'll see here.
That's for sure.
341.
341.
Can you change the call location to 1755 clear, please?
Perfect.
Alrighty, well, he had a valid license, which I knew because I already ran his license plate, which runs the registered owner's license, and he was the registered owner. And so he apologized and understood that he was driving a little fast, and I just remind him to slow down and be careful and use his turn signal. And it's amazing how easy it is to do a traffic stop when the driver understands that what they did was wrong, apologize, and makes me feel like it's not going to happen again. I don't feel like I need to write him a ticket to remind him, and it looked like his license was pretty clean. So and I also don't like doing traffic stops on the side of a busy highway for two reasons: safety, but also it slows everybody down and creates a traffic jam, which I don't want to do either. So we accomplished a whole bunch of goals there in one quick traffic stop. So, and so now we're back on our field trip. I want to show you something that I think is really cool. I got to see it yesterday, and I want you to, as backseaters, to experience it. It's actually a pretty nice day out today. I think the temp is 36 degrees right now, it says on my dashboard. So it's kind of nice after the cold days that we've had here recently.
Under Lamont, you got 1667 Stelling Ave, 201, secondary address form. Can you just tell me where we got that information?
So we do have the CAT team out right now. They are out looking around for some of our most prolific car thieves and trying to find a couple of cars that have been stolen within the last 2 days. And if they get onto something, we'll let you know. So just so you know, this isn't like a field trip in school. You don't need your parents' permission. I'm not going to make you sign a waiver. It's pretty low key, but we're gonna venture out into the suburbs here. For those of you who aren't from around here, we probably have, depending on the lake, 3 to 5 inches of ice now on the lake. So people are ice fishing out there, but they should not be out there in their cars or even four-wheelers. You need a little bit more to ensure that you have enough consistency in the ice and that you won't go through. So we have already had a couple couple cars go through the ice trying to get out, and never good for your vehicle or for your health. If you go under in a deep enough spot, you can easily get hypothermia or frostbite. So we're on 694. We are going westbound. And again, if we see any really bad driving, we'll pull them over and see if we can't deal with it. Hopefully everyone had a good weekend. Friday night was not one of our busier nights on Live on Patrol because it was cold and there wasn't a lot going on, but this weekend it should be busier because the weather will be warmer. Ramsey County extends all the way from parts of Maplewood that are far southeast all the way up into Mounds View, which is far northwest in the county. We have, as I said, Mounds View is one of those suburbs that has their own police department, as well as New Brighton and Roseville and Maplewood and White Bear Lake. I'm forgetting. We do border the St. Paul campus of the U of M as well, and they have their own police department. The University of Minnesota Police Department serves the Twin Cities campus, which is the largest campus, and then 4 satellite campuses in Duluth, Rochester, Crookston, and Morris. The University of Minnesota campus sits right on the Mississippi River between Minneapolis and St. Paul. They basically straddle the river. So, we are westbound on 694.
Good. Maywood Squad 945.
We are now in Shoreview, but then we are going to be crossing over into the city of New Brighton. I happen to know we have a lot of backseaters that live in New Brighton, and as well as Mounds View and Shoreview up in this area. Days we've seen a little bit of an uptick in stolen vehicles, with being stolen by young kids. Of course, we know that one because we apprehend a lot of them, and conditional pretrial release or electronic home monitoring. And unfortunately, they reoffend sometimes when they're not in custody. Get off here at Silver Lake Road in New Brighton. New Brighton has a director of public safety, Tony Batesnick. They have a public safety model where you have a director that oversees both police and fire, and they do a tremendous job. Shout out to my friend Abdallah, who's on the fire department, and also owns Brighton Unique Auto. And we are also, I see somebody commented, we're right by New Brighton Ford and the Cowboy Jacks here.
Yeah. Humboldt, maybe?
And we are northbound on Silver Lake Road from Palmer Drive. This BP over here is one of my favorite haunts. Dan and Jamie there do a tremendous job. Good customer service.
The 512 Humboldt is tracking is stolen.
See here, the CAT team is relaying information about a stolen that's being tracked. Sounded like it was over in Minneapolis. But we're out of position for that, but we are on a field trip. Right up here on the right is Freedom Park. If it snows, it's a great place to take your kids sledding. There's no snow right now on the hill, but it's a great sledding hill, and there's a warming house and outdoor ice rink, an ice rink, and then a flooded area for skating if you're not gonna play hockey. But we're almost at the location we're driving to. And I'm not exactly sure how this is going to work, but I want to show you the Bart's snow sculpture. Every year, the Bart's brothers, and I think the whole family's included, build a giant snow sculpture. It used to be they would do it in their front yard, but the traffic became too much of a problem, and now they have built it at the Brightwood Hills Golf Course here in New Brighton, and we are lucky enough to come and see it, and I may have to take you out of the car to be able to see it, but you can see it in front of me. It's a giant seal. It looks like you can see it pretty darn well. And people come here. They have food and food trucks on the weekends. And you can come and see the giant snow sculpture. and it is a fundraiser for, I believe, Global Vision this year, to fundraise for water in Africa, in areas where they can't get fresh water. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try this. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I'm gonna try to walk over there. If it looks like it's freezing up, then I'll have to come back to the car. So as I said, we are in the city of New Brighton. You can see people are walking up past the golf clubhouse to go see the snow sculpture. How was it?
Amazing.
Did you like it? We're live streaming for thousands of people right now.
Hello, people.
So, can you wave? All right. So, here's a sign for the snow sculptures. They take donations for clean water. And these are the different codes that you can use. I forget what they call those, but these are the codes that you can use to donate. But we're going to walk up to the snow sculpture. So we're on the first tee, but I don't think anybody's going to be teeing off today up here. But again, we're at Brightwood Hills Golf Course. These are snow sculptures from the past that they've done. And I've been fortunate enough to visit and see every one. This was one of my favorites, a giant octopus. Giant snail. These were the ones they did in their front yard. And you can see the size of it there.
Awesome. Oh, perfect. Thank you for the generous donation. You want to ring the bell? Okay. We'll make him take a breath.
That just goes back.
Hi. Oh. Hi.
You want to be in it? No, I'm okay. Okay, sounds good.
So I'm live streaming
Okay, we got another live stream. Appreciate it.
thousands of people around the world.
Nice.
Watch this
Thank you.
with the Ramsey County
Well, we
Sheriff's
appreciate your
Office.
support
So
and
thanks. So we're
keeping
trying
the
to
city
encourage
safe.
everybody to come up and see you.
We got a generous donation. Sparky is going to take a breath and everybody's going to cheer. In 3, 2, 1. Sparky takes a breath.
Oh, pretty cool there. All right, so we're gonna head back to our car here.
I know Joey really well. Miller.
Joe Miller. All right.
He used to be.
Say hi to him.
Hey Joel, how's it going? Mike.
What's your name?
Braden.
Braden?
His dad's a deputy in
Are you-
St. County.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
What's your name? Connor?
Gunner.
Oh, Gunner. I like Gunner. I know a couple Gunners. So, well, we're live streaming right now, so
She wants
Je-
to do religious.
Jelly Joe's probably out there. But I took a field trip. Did you like the seal?
Yeah.
Yeah, what was your favorite part?
Stuff inside.
The smoke when it comes out? Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, well, you guys have a great day.
You too, Mike.
I'm going to
Thank
cut
you.
across here. All right, we're going to cut across here to get back to our car. Again, we're at the Brightwood Hills Golf Course in the city of New Brighton, and we're going to get back into the Durango here. Or wait, that's not a Durango, or Tahoe.
Copy. 1537.
All right. We are back. That was kind of fun to see.
Parties out here.
Hopefully you guys liked the field trip.
Wait. Go ahead. Probably can start from 985 clear. I can. Right.
So this is a great time to come, because when I was over here yesterday and the day before, it was packed. You couldn't even get in the parking lot. There is parking next door at a church, the Grace Point Church, I think it's called. And there's also parking across the street at Nystrom and Associates. So I can't wait later on to look at the video and see how well it worked. But hopefully you got to see some the little cute little kids there that were leaving.
Thank you for tuning in.
While we're up here, I'll show you a few things that we probably, because we don't get up here a lot, we don't get to, because it's not as busy as where we're generally patrolling. You don't get to see some of this stuff. For those of you who are a little familiar with this area, Long Lake sits right behind these houses that are at the dead end here. Long Lake in New Brighton. There's public access there. There's a fishing pier. If you want to take your kids fishing, it's a great place to ice fish, because you can get out on the ice pretty easily.
That complex is clear where it's pinging to.
So we're going to go on a little bridge here that goes over the creek, Rice Creek. Up here, if you ever need racing gas for your old car, this beach is right here on Long Lake Road. It sells race gas, the good old-fashioned stuff. And here on the right is Irondale High School.
on the phone for Isaac.
New message.
Yeah, that's some updates here shortly.
It starts at 4:35 University for trespass now.
So that sound was some
Don't know.
photos being
Yeah.
sent out of I should show you another one of my favorites down here. Hopefully this goes through. It does.
Say line half to 257, go to 4.
Okay. It's in Virgil.
2 to 6 a.m. 4.64.
Copy. Virgil. And 8294, I copy check in the area of 1151 10th Street for 911. Abandoned. 1642.
Up here is we're just pulling in a lot of the movie theater. It's an AMC theater. It's what I would call a throwback theater. In other words, it's not a fancy one, but it's a great place to watch a movie. And straight across the way here is the Mounds View Police Department and Mounds View City Hall over there. Ben Zender is the chief there. He was preceded by Nate Harder.
If it's about the Ivy call.
And Moe's of Mounds View.
I'm at the PD.
One of my favorite restaurants here is Moe's. They have great food and great drinks, and they do a lot to support the community. Jeff and Rosie Maritko are true fans of being involved in the community. So if you get a chance, come up here and eat. It's on the corner of County Road H and Highway 10, or County Road 10. I think it used to be Highway 10, but now there's a new Highway 10. But great place to eat. I highly recommend the beef stroganoff, and which I think is seasonal, but they have it right now. It's very good.
Transporting an adult male to the Ramsey County LEC.
Just waiting there to make sure it was going to be clear. But
You're up now, you're then don't see now.
say hi to my mom. We're in her neighborhood, and Mom, I got your shelf all put together, so we'll make arrangements to bring it over to your house.
$44.63, $44.41. 63. 2228 Maplewood Drive for a slumping slumper. Slumped over the direct steering wheel in a red sedan. Parked in the parking lot for at least 30 minutes.
A slumping slumper
Rosie and Cal
in a red sedan. Usually that means they're intoxicated, drinking, or they're perhaps overdosing from fentanyl. Those are most common reasons for people to be slumped over their wheel. That's in Maplewood, so we're a long ways off.
Hi, this is Allen traffic, 1545.
We're going to cut back on Highway 10 here to back into the heart, more of the heart of the county. See, there's not a lot of snow or moisture on the roads. It's been pretty mild the last couple days.
Got the address 122 116 7th Street East. Downtown. It is moving.
So I'm taking the our channel down so I don't have to mute you because they're talking about specific addresses that they're looking at. So
Copy. I'm still trying to clarify.
this way I don't have to
on the box,
mute it, and you can hear what's going on in the rest of the county.
And I don't have a second distance.
It's just spinning. Back.
So we're eastbound on 694. We're in Shoreview. On the right-hand side here is Island Lake. It's a great park. If you come in the summer, it's a great place to walk around and fish. I wouldn't walk around there in the winter because it would be cold, but some people might enjoy that. If it snowed enough, it'd probably be a good place to cross-country ski. because it's relatively flat, but a few hills. Things about working in the county as opposed to when I worked at Minneapolis or the officers that work in St. Paul is, you know, the county is extremely diverse in the type of housing it has, the communities, everything from real urban to suburban, and even some more rural settings. If you get up north in White Bear Township, and it's really a fun place to work. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned it, but or if anyone else did, but the sculpture there that we looked at is Sparky the Seal. Sparky was a mainstay at the Como Zoo, entertaining people for decades, and now Sparky is a snow sculpture. Hopefully, I think the video worked the whole time, so maybe that will entice me to take the camera out again from time to time. I just got to make sure that it didn't cut out at some point and I didn't see it. South now on 35E through Little Canada. Little Canada is one of our contract cities. It's a busy industrial and residential area with some really good restaurants. The Porterhouse restaurants here.
$59.09.
5909.
I'll take it over for a shoplifter. Otherwise, want to make contact.
It's a nice Ford F-250, even though it's in pretty crappy shape, it's still running fine. I had one just like it many years ago, and it was a great, reliable truck.
Copy. This is 54.
No accident in Stillwood and Elbridge. Any cleared on Elbridge. And I'm arriving right here next week in Elbridge.
Copy 1555. 5738, copy to the phone call request of NAD 3534
So I'm looking at the pending calls, see if there's anything other than report calls that may be of interest, but I'm not seeing anything right now. So I'm just gonna come down here to Maryland and then go over to the east side, I think. Although I'm driving slower than it probably looks. So I should give a quick shout out to one of our employees, Gabe. Gabe is a grant writer for us and does various other things, but Gabe is going to be deployed for an extended period of time with the National Guard, and we're very proud of him and hope he
35 and H2 will be out.
stays safe and comes back to us.
3914, you can show me play report.
Sample for squad, state medics are responding to an accident 35E at H2 in the township. 5057.
We're just being crashed in the center median. State's aware.
285 Tango.
So we're gonna head up to an accident.
Squad is still out. You can send me the stuff. Copy phone call request.
Here,
4 Crystal.
back up 35E.
50.
State Patrol is headed that way as well because it occurred on the
I'm arriving. There's a right car in the lot. There is a right car in the drive-thru. See what's there.
up there, but in those cases, a lot of times it requires more than one or two squads. See, they have a sign that says now hiring drivers. Well, drivers that actually get over when there's red lights and siren behind them. So we're going to continue up here until we either hear that they're good to go, or until we get there to help.
4441.
So the like this or anything is to obviously get there quickly, but get there safely. So we want to make sure we don't get in a cause anyone else to be in a wreck, and we can get there to assist. And that we're not driving so recklessly that it's an issue. So people are being pretty good here, yielding to my emergency lights and sirens. So that makes it a ton easier.
4440. Here's me. 4440. Small Toyota SUV. 4440, I got 16.
So
This is Center, 4200 West Front Lake Road for 911 open line within 14 meters.
may have seen that squad car that we passed that did not have lights and siren going. That's Federal Protective Police. So they protect federal buildings. They don't respond to accidents and most events and away from those federal buildings.
5909.
I guarantee you if there was an emergency and an officer's life or safety was in jeopardy, they would get there just as fast, but different tones.
9270.
Hold on.
There's no injuries here. Let it cancel if they want. Copy, canceling medics, and I'll let the state know.
So that sounds like in that this incident up here that they canceled the medics. They said there's no injuries. So that's good news. Get up here and see if they need assistance, and if not, then we'll leave. The reason there are different emergency tones, I was mentioned before, is that different people, some people can only hear certain tones. So it helps if you can change it up every once in a while and make sure that people can hear you, but also some tones are better from long distances and some are better when you're close to them. It's hard to explain, but it's related to the sound waves. So you can see the car now that's crashed into the center median there on the left, and we'll just go up and say hi and check in and see if they need anything. And I will be back in a minute here.
Honey 375 Squad 0.
Copy. 1608.
Honey 375 with subject 44. 9375 was at a code 4.
Copy. 0 Squad is dispatching in.
We're gonna let you know.
Copy.
At the 271. 9271. Changing my call just to a regular theft. No big report. $1608.
$82.96. 8620.
$82.96. 20.
700 7th Street Northwest, Department 108 on a lift assist. Caller's father is on the floor, unable to get up, weighs 250 pounds. Use door A Alpha.
That's copy. 20 coming.
1609.
1894, I'll play 60 door.
Copy. 1609.
$4440 area. Copy that.
sorry about the time
On 180.
it took there, but I'm going to hang out here for just a second,
Cleveland.
just to make sure that the troopers
Child.
are safe out here while they're doing their job. I'm going to move out a little bit to make sure traffic doesn't hit them. The guy in the car had to be driving extremely fast. He hit the median further back, about a quarter mile back there, then went across to the right side and then back to the left side and into the barrier here. So he doesn't have a driver's license. He doesn't have insurance. The car's not in his name. And my guess is they're assessing him right now for whether or not he's under the influence. But he's lucky he's not injured worse. That's the beauty of these barriers that keep cars from crossing over. Had he crossed over into the northbound lanes, he could have easily killed someone. So we are just gonna sit here for just a second. Looks like the tow truck driver's out here now trying to figure out what he's gonna do to get the car out of the median.
Street. 35 female kind of speeding. Little heart rate. Clear report.
2772.
2772.
Put me out at the Goodwill in West St. Paul off of Robert here with that stolen box truck we're tracking. Get to a gunpoint.
Copy to at gunpoint. Goodwill in West St. Paul.
Two, it's Yankee Charlie Adams 6055 to plate.
Copy. 214.
Affirmative. 4496, you're clear.
It's 2772. We got one detained. We're looking for the second party inside of Goodwill right now.
Copy, one detained. Checking for the second inside the store.
$27.45.
2745.
Reference 2772. So can you contact State Patrol and cancel our request for flight? Tell them we said thank you.
Copy.
So I'm not sure. They're letting him get some stuff out of the car. I'm not sure what they're gonna do with him.
And 7-2, we're code 4 with both our parties in custody.
Copy, code 4 with both in custody. 1616. Five two three.
523.
Transit is requesting you give them a phone call. They have questions about the assault.
523, copy. We're still at Regions Hospital waiting for transit to show up. I'll try to get a phone number for you.
I have a phone number if you want it over here. Go ahead. 612-349-7349. Thank you. 1617.
Good for 173.
Reposition. I'm gonna take them off to wipe your leg, and then we're gonna all flip around. After we move
Okay.
off, you can take off.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I was just waiting. Does he need a ride somewhere, or are you gonna book him?
Oh, we're not booking him. He says he's got somebody coming from Midway.
Oh.
St. Paul. So
That's a long
he's got a lot
ways.
of stuff.
Okay.
He's a recovering alcoholic.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So,
All
yeah.
right, thanks. So they must not believe that he's under the influence or anything. They're gonna let someone come and get him and his stuff, and what they will do is they'll most likely issue him citations in lieu of arrest. So he'll get court dates, but he'll to which he'll have to respond just like as if he was arrested.
532.
They just won't take him down to jail right now.
532, can you change this to a way, please? I will be right at the region.
Because it sounds like any offenses that he could be charged with, like not having a license or insurance, those are all misdemeanor or petty misdemeanor offenses. So so they wouldn't be bookable anyway. It'd be different if he was intoxicated or had warrants or something.
Flights available or anything like that. Try to have an overhead of these. Probably 2 cars, but 84 what traffic.
8841.
Silver Lake Road, 15th Street Northwest with Edward Henderson, 100.
Over like 15 pound traffic.
Once they get his stuff loaded up and get him off the highway, then we could go back into service.
383. Copy the suspicious with an East Squad to assist at 1430 Maryland Avenue at the BCA. A vehicle is following the caller until he turns to the BCA. 2365. 2365. 2365.
2269.
3066 Arcade on harassment. Caller reporting roommate threatened him. Still unseen. Nothing physical. Suspect a black male and employee's name James Jackson. This says copy of staff order. Clarify the call taker. Fifty-one 85 Tango traffic. 5185 Tango. Counter 22 in Snelling, King George Lincoln 335.
So in Minnesota, we have what's called the move over law. It's also called the Ted Foss law, which says that you have to move over for law enforcement into one lane over from where they are now. This is an example of, because there's only 2 lanes on the highway, it's tough to get over. Not everyone's going to get over into the far lane, but this it allows the troopers or the officers to work safely, and it's named after a state trooper that was killed. I believe he was a state trooper. He may have been a sheriff's deputy that was struck by a car and killed. So you can see now the tow truck's dragging the car backwards. Anyway, it's especially when cars are driving by at 70, 80 miles an hour. It's much safer if other traffic
For a burglary at 15 Nelson Street. There's a female who was trespassed trying to get into
moves
the
out.
house.
So
and
the troopers are actually going to flip around and sit behind the tow truck now, and to make sure that the tow truck driver is safe, and we can take off.
Cross on the north side of Country Apartment, spot 65 Passenger in Fairview, Animal Complaint, call reporting of dog struck by a vehicle. Plus on Lavender.
So we're going to get off here up on County Road J and flip around.
An auto service on Instant follow-up.
Looks like I got a couple sprinkles on the windshield.
Charlie East. Loose dog on Charlie, white and gray husky. Dog belongs to the neighbor to the west of that. Now swinging that dude. 5310.
Buffalo.
Copy 1624.
So we did a U-turn there, and now we're headed back south, so we will pass by the tow truck and the troopers, and we'll have to deal with a little bit of the backup here, but that's all right. southbound on 35E here. We're
Great.
just turning around to go back into Ramsey County, and this is actually in Ramsey County, but to go back south.
Copy 618, you can stay clear. 5185 Tango, how's traffic? Running track. Copy, still tracking 1727.
Copy.
66.
So you saw the troopers there just did a really good job. They responded safely, made sure that the driver of the vehicle wasn't injured and didn't need medical help, which he didn't. And then I listened to them, and they were questioning him, and then at the end, once he explained what had happened, and then that he didn't have insurance, and that his driver's license was revoked, they used their discretion to say, hey, look, this isn't a guy that we need to haul down to the jail. He's sober right now. He's, if we haul him down, we're just going to compound his issues. Plus, it costs money to book people, and it's better to give them a court date, let them go to the judge, let them sort it out. And I can tell you 15, 20 years ago, he would have been booked and brought down, and in reality, he would have got a short punishment getting booked, but in the end, it would have made his issues worse, and it wouldn't have solved any of society's problems other than to temporarily have him off the street for a few hours. But the way we treat people on misdemeanor offenses has really changed, and we try not to compound offenses. Otherwise, a person can never dig out of the problems they have. If their license is suspended, and then we tag them again for that, and then they can't afford to pay that, and then they get stopped again, and next time it's revoked, and now they can't get insurance because their driver's license is so bad, and whatever. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm against driving without a license. He would be hauled off to jail if he had injured somebody other than himself. But piling on tickets and charges isn't always the best. troopers are the ones who are going to know. They have much more experience doing DWIs and driving under the influence of narcotics than I do, and they didn't see any reason either. So had he been intoxicated, I guarantee you he would have gone to the county jail and been tested and whatnot, but no indication he was. One of the things that people don't realize now is, yes, recreational marijuana is legal in Minnesota, but it's not legal to drive under the influence of marijuana. So, and it's not legal to have it open packages in your car, or to smoke it in your car. So there are a lot of people who are going to learn the hard way that smoking marijuana and getting stopped is going to be just like being drunk and getting stopped. So don't make that mistake. Don't smoke it in your car. Don't carry it around in opened packages in your car. And don't carry too much in your car. So we're headed back south on 35E in the city of St. Paul.
Over reported, is that correct?
Black
Let's see if we can actually make it back into the city without another call coming out. We went to lunch again at Tom Reed's today. We love Mondays at Tom Reed's because they have chicken kebabs on a bed of rice, and it's really good. I did not have that today. I had the salad bar. So, but great place to eat. I know people make fun of us for always mentioning the places we eat, but it's we want you to know the good places to eat when you come into the city. And I can tell you, nobody knows better places to eat than police officers and deputy sheriffs. If we eat there, you know there's good food there. And good service.
Flight's gonna start. Can you clear me from the AOA and create a traffic stop, please? I'm code 4.
2269, I captain route 3930 northward, systematic. With a 7-month-old referral off the exam table at 1638.
Sounds like they're tracking a stolen vehicle right now. I don't have our
And 178 was there at ETA for a flight.
channel on with the cat guys, but now they're going to a statewide channel, so I'm gonna put that on so you can hear it. The state patrol helicopter's up, and we will see. I'm gonna actually turn around here, go back the other way. Towards the area where they were last tracking this, so just in case. So not hearing much.
178, what was the ETA on flight? They didn't give one.
So that's a St. Paul squad asking for
I copy that.
ETA on the state
Transit
helicopter.
Cook it, Price. Block area.
So we're right over in the area where this vehicle was seen.
532.
532.
Could you at Minnesota 3918 Alpha Echo to the call, please?
The vehicle is a stolen 2020
168, we have one in custody. One in custody.
Kia Sportage. 2020 silver Kia Sportage.
178. Just rolled by me going westbound on Cook. Westbound on Cook. And southbound on Park. Southbound.
So we're in the area of that, but I don't know what.
45, 6 some of the area.
Copy. 642.
St. Paul's doing with it, so I am going to stay away until they say what they want to do with it. There's several St. Paul squads in the area.
I think it went towards Rice Street. Try not to spook it. I don't think it saw me right away. I don't know if Ramsey County's close, but we could still get those updates from the caller. That'd be great.
Copy, possibly towards Rice.
I'm on Rice Street. I haven't seen it come out yet. West Side Street.
First Street Northwest at 8th Ave with George Union Frank 217.
15 and 8.
Alex, what side street? What if it came out to Rice on? That must have gone under. I don't know, I tried to stay pretty far back, but it looked like front, but I could be wrong. It might have been one street south of front. If it came out to Rice, it would have gone south then. I got our suspects sitting here in Wayzata. They're currently westbound Wayzata on foot from Park. It's going to be two black males, one wearing a red hooded sweatshirt jacket, and then another one wearing a blue and white top with a stripe.
Westbound Wayzata from Park.
Pretty far.
Alright, they got one down there. The other one went behind.
178. We have one in custody, the guy in the red sweatshirt. Another kid looks like he ran eastbound on Wayzata.
Still looking for the one with the white top. Eastbound Wayzata.
752, I'm at Wayzata and Park. I do not have eyes on them. For a previous model theft, it was a navy blue winter jacket with a white stripe across the middle.
Previous call, navy blue winter jacket, white stripe across the middle.
I found running eastbound Wayzata. Do you have any idea if you might have cut north or south? Sorry.
So we're looking for this young man.
628, we know what one of the driver was.
I think he ran behind the business here and then cut
On
through.
the property, you can clear both squads service.
So,
I know which one was
yeah, is that him?
No, it's
Okay.
like a white.
I'll be able to just a sec.
Like a tougher jacket.
Winnipeg and Park.
All right.
That was on the deck. We have a medic for Mike. Why is that for juvenile male? Been down on the ground.
So we're looking for a guy in a navy blue puffer jacket.
Around 710. We have the male in the red jacket in custody. If that was the driver or not. Guy in the red coat was the driver, correct? Again, custody right now.
About 357.
Just checking over this way.
About
Even though they
351.
called out that the one went
Does
westbound
anyone know which car?
or eastbound, I think he went westbound.
169, the guy in the blue with the white stripe is under arrest.
Second party's custody.
All right. You like my brakes?
With actual stolen vehicle.
Yeah, no,
I'm not
it's
sure where
me.
that's at.
Cool, I'm live, just so you know. Is there anything you want to say
Continuing.
since I'm live?
Just
DOT.
arrested two down in a box truck down at West St. Paul.
I heard that. Yeah. I didn't tell him that we were out on that accident up on 35E and H2. So you got two down there.
coming in the area.
We assisted in rounding up two down here. So perfect. Well, so they, the backseaters got to see the St. Paul officers tackle that one young man.
Good work.
So it's good work.
Right, I'm gonna go
All
see
right,
the goal.
we'll see you. So that was Sergeant Tom Siegelstrom, who
155.
said they got two in a stolen box truck
156.
while we were out on that accident. I could hear them talking. I wasn't sure what they were doing. And then St. Paul managed to get both of these young men from this stolen car. So
Was that a rice in that area? Silver.
that's the beauty of it. So, and you should have got to have seen them tackle the young man.
I copy that.
You have 4481 assigned to my traffic stop.
I don't have the time. There's a boss that could come to.
They did a great
for the RA portion.
They did a great job, and they were coordinating with the helicopter, which would have been a great asset had they not been able to keep eyes on the
530 looking for a
suspects running, but they got them anyway. There were enough squads in the area, so.
Trooper 5 is overhead looking for the gray portage.
I'll fix it any supervisor interrupt, otherwise I'll go.
Central.
Copy, thank you.
And Trooper 5, we've got two in custody.
Great work there.
Yeah. So I think the car's up there. We don't have the car yet.
Oh, it's got to be around here
it's
somewhere.
Copy, we'll be looking
All right.
for the gray portage.
So that was Deputy Darren McDonald that I was just talking to out here assisting. And the hard part is I turned off my scanning of our Intel channel because I didn't want to have to keep muting. So
Spot that can assist 1579 University of Midway books on an assault. Black female, two black males assault, two staff members.
One of those suspects are gone, right? Why don't you send me Iowa? It sounds like they need help right now.
Spot to go with 782 West on a 17-year-old daughter. Mental health crisis, angry, wishing engaging cops from things.
Sportage. Aqui é Sportage.
That'll be close.
So we're kind of looking, it sounds like they bailed out of the car, but I don't know if they ended up finding the car down here.
618. 6. Remember victim. For trying to find it.
Yeah, he's trying to refresh.
Copy.
RC intel information.
Reference to recovery over off like that right there. Suspects for the matching the description as a 270 Larpenter call for vehicle theft. I believe 233 or 230, I can't remember what number it was, took that report. for St. Paul's information.
1210 Roseland Avenue West, assisting medics, 83-year-old female, consciousness, breathing, is busy, unable to stand up.
I was first, I don't know if it was in or not, but we're called for at Rice and lines that up for the. Copy. Go in.
Copy. Are you able to assist 180 in West, 782 West Iowa for a female?
180.
But had cut herself in the back.
264 and up.
Thank you, 1634.
$180.
Go ahead.
Paramedics en route for standby for this.
Yes. Okay, let's choose one. We're going with 180.
Thank you.
One 173, I'm out of jail.
Sixty 183 Tango area.
Copy.
All right.
1654.
Bravo 710 for that stolen vehicle from West that came central. Service supervisor that's coming out to Rice and why is that up?
207 is en route.
Sorry, thank you.
You're welcome.
Bravo 710. Do you have an ETA for those medics to Rice and why is that up?
Well, we went from viewing a giant snow sculpture
Thank you.
to responding to an accident on the highway to looking for a
169 call. Out there.
stolen vehicle, and then watching St. Paul apprehend the one suspect while we went looking for the other, and then St. Paul got the other one in custody, and worked out pretty well.
372.
372.
Change it to sewer by
Copy. 6.
Well, I appreciate everyone who's hung in there watching, and
3-3.
we will be back on Wednesday afternoon. The CAT team will be out, and then again, of course, Friday night with Bob and Pat, and
meet the caller at 1980.
possibly Pat on Thursday. Just depends. So make sure you share this with your friends and subscribe on YouTube so that you get notifications when we go live. Thanks, and I really appreciate all of you sticking with me today. Have a good day. And remember, be kind. Be kind to each other.
Thank you.
Like a bingo board and some commentary that takes over the screen. You're on a page that's basically hijacked our live stream. That is some people that are detractors of the sheriff's office who have taken over the feed. As the sheriff said earlier, if you haven't done so already, share this feed with your friends. Subscribe if you're watching us on YouTube. If you are watching us on YouTube, I've had a couple people say to me that there is like a bingo board and some commentary that takes over the screen. If that happens when you're on YouTube, you're on the wrong link. That is some people that are detractors of the sheriff's office who have taken over the feed. So block that feed and go back to Live on Patrol Ramsey County. You will see the link when we are live, and go to that one because you have a bad link and you're on a page that's basically hijacked our live stream.
We'll check the address. 5974.
On Lauderdale here and see if maybe it's busier over on the east side. Actually, maybe we'll drop down.
Donnie on credit card, Donnie.
On Jackson here.
Donnie or Donnie?
Don Rindle. Mark Winkle. You still got the chip reader at 5 South? I believe there's one here. Okay. I'm in Rose. This wasn't Roseville's.
So these two gentlemen, two deputies, are talking about getting a chip reader. That's the reader that allows us to read the microchips that are implanted in dogs and cats, so that if you find them, it'll tell you where the owner is, who the owner is, and how to get a hold of them. It usually has a phone number in it and or an address, which is extremely helpful. And if we don't get interrupted here for a minute, I'll tell you an interesting story.